Hi, the SI meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Thursday, April 11th. Well, it was kind of a wild night last night across Pennsylvania, New Jersey, southern New York, even as far south as northeastern Maryland and northern Delaware. There were showers and thunderstorms, and numerous bands developed from western Pennsylvania, central Pennsylvania, moved across the state for a several-hour period. There was a clash of air masses. All day we had a backdoor cold front sliding down the New England coast, bringing some cooler conditions into New York City late yesterday, and at the same time, record warmth was occurring across places like southeastern Pennsylvania, northern Delaware, northern Virginia. Reagan National Airport broke a record with a high of 91. Philly International Airport in South Philadelphia broke a record late yesterday at 89 degrees. That clash of air masses really set off a several-hour period of showers and thunderstorms, mainly from the Mason-Dixon line on north and east, but even in northeastern Maryland and northern Delaware, there were some showers and thunderstorm activity going on. Well, today, behind the backdoor cold front, most of the coastal cities will be considerably cooler than yesterday. New York City, for example, will hold in the 50s compared to the 70s yesterday. Philadelphia reached the upper 80s yesterday. They'll hold mostly in the 60s this afternoon. Even D.C., which will have the least dramatic effect from this backdoor cold front. Even D.C. will drop 10 degrees from yesterday's high near 90 to a high today of about 80 degrees. Let's take a look at the current surface observations. Main thing I want to point out here is this northeast flow of air. You can see these wind barbs basically along the coast now, all the way down. Even into D.C., there's a northeast flow right now. So that backdoor cold front is somewhere situated right around this region right now. And again, it'll be a lot cooler today in much of the mid-Atlantic, especially New York City and Boston. Boston will hold in the 40s, damp, dreary, drizzly kind of a day. Even down in New York City, temperatures won't budge much from the low 50s right now. It'll be a damp, dreary, drizzly kind of day as well. Philly kind of in the middle with a little bit of sunshine. Temperatures probably in the 60s. Don't be surprised if temperatures actually start to drop a little bit this mid-afternoon, late afternoon as that northeast flow kind of kicks in. And again, down in D.C., the least impact from this backdoor cold front, but still quite a bit different from yesterday, a drop of at least 10 degrees or so this afternoon compared to the record-breaking warmth of yesterday. Notice here, the radar echoes, this is all associated with a strong conventional cold front, not the backdoor type of cold front that drops southwestward along the New England coastline, but this is more of a west to east moving cold front, and it will bring heavy rain into the mid-Atlantic region from later tonight into the day on Friday. Well, here's the latest nationwide conventional surface map from NOAA. Again, I believe this front now has kind of sagged to the south. It's probably more like this fashion right now, with the northeast flow already established across southern New Jersey and all the way down into the D.C. region. So again, that backdoor cold front continues to sag a little bit to the south and west. Here's the main conventional west to east moving cold front for the next 24 to 48 hour period. This will bring some heavy rain, some strong thunderstorms to the mid-Atlantic region later tonight into the day on Friday. Sweep off the East Coast by Friday night, and the weekend looks pretty decent here in the mid-Atlantic region with dry conditions. Temperatures not far from 60 degrees in most locations. It'll turn milder again early next week. Meanwhile, today, heavy snow across places like east central Minnesota, northern Wisconsin here. Yesterday, there was heavy snow across northeastern Colorado, Nebraska, South Dakota, and that has moved now into upstate Wisconsin and a good part of Minnesota. As surprisingly warm we were here yesterday in the mid-Atlantic region, they've been surprisingly cold with snow out there in the middle part of the country, really from the Rockies to the northern plains, thanks in large part to the strong, cold Canadian high-pressure system situated up in south-central Canada. Here's kind of an interesting look at the latest nationwide GOES visible satellite image from the Penn State EWAL site. A couple things I want to point out. First of all, that strong cold front in the Midwest has this thick band of clouds here, and we'll see next on the radar a large area of showers and thunderstorms with that strong cold front headed towards the East Coast. Here's a deck of low clouds here, now all the way down through New York City. It's It's really dropping south and west. Again, right now there's a little bit of sunshine in southeastern Pennsylvania, southern New Jersey. Don't be surprised if the skies fill in with low stratus clouds over the next few hours, and perhaps even a little bit of drizzle as far south and east as southeastern Pennsylvania. Definitely a damp and dreary day up in New York City and Boston. Partial sunshine in D.C. will help to boost temperatures up to near 80 degrees despite a light northeast wind, although that is some 10 degrees colder or cooler than the record warmth experienced yesterday in the D.C. metro region. Well, here's the current radar, excuse me, for the nation as a whole. A large, long extension here of showers and thunderstorms associated with that strong cold front that is pressing to the east. Again, heavy rain is headed into the mid-Atlantic region for later tonight and tomorrow. It'll come down hard for a few hours, especially tomorrow morning along the I-95 corridor. A few showers can pop up this afternoon into the early part of this evening, maybe even a scattered thunderstorm. And again, there certainly can be some light rain and drizzle all the way down the coast along the New Jersey coast, New York City, Boston area. Even into Philly, there can be a little bit of drizzle later on today as that northeast flow behind the backdoor cold front gets established. But the main area to look for here is this area right here that's out in the Midwest. Farther north, this is all snow up across Minnesota and northern Wisconsin, kind of a mixed bag in the southern half of Wisconsin, but several inches of snow expected across central Minnesota and upstate Wisconsin over the next 12 hours or so. Well, let's kind of walk through the GFS model run for tonight through tomorrow night. We'll look at 6-hour increments beginning this evening and continue into Friday evening. This is from last night's 0Z GFS model run. Again, the main band here of precipitation in the form of showers and thunderstorms is associated with that strong cold front situated right here, moving in the conventional west to east fashion here. Still some snow here this evening across upstate Wisconsin and much of Minnesota. Now, some showers and thunderstorms are possible anytime this evening, but the heaviest rain looks like it will occur here in the Mid-Atlantic region late tonight and especially tomorrow morning, maybe into the afternoon hours on Friday. Let's now jump ahead 6 hours. And here's the forecast map for after midnight tonight. Some precipitation, again, some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Heaviest stuff still associated with this cold frontal system out here over the Ohio Valley, pressing to the east. Again, some residual snow here upstate Wisconsin and Minnesota, even into the midnight hour. Now here's the forecast map for tomorrow morning, about 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. This is when the heavy rain has moved into the I-95 corridor. That cold front extends now in this fashion here down across Georgia into the Gulf of Mexico. Heavy rain, again, really from D.C. north to Philadelphia, just about on the doorstep of New York City. It'll be a situation where it'll pour for a few hours here on Friday, and there can be some strong thunderstorms mixed in as well. Here's the forecast map for early to mid-afternoon tomorrow. A little bit of low pressure kind of develops along that cold frontal system that is pressing towards the East Coast. Heavy rain now finally pulling out of the D.C. area, but continuing in Philadelphia, New York City. Again, it'll be quite a dosing of rain here tomorrow morning, especially into the early part of the afternoon. Now let's now finally jump ahead to Friday evening. By Friday evening, that low is starting to pull off the coast. The cold front right along the East Coast by this time. Drier air will start to move in. It may take a few hours. It might still be mostly cloudy tomorrow evening with some lingering showers, especially New York City and eastern part of New Jersey. But then drier air filters in overnight tomorrow night, and the weekend itself is looking pretty decent with, again, some sunshine both days and high temperatures not far from 60 degrees in much of the Mid-Atlantic region. It'll turn warmer again early part of next week, but there will be another strong cold front headed into the eastern part of the country late next week with perhaps another significant rain event associated with that front next Thursday or Friday or so. So that's it for now. Stay tuned to the SIweather.com for updates. I'm the SI meteorologist, Paul Dorian.